Everybody was like, why is Ryan doing this? And the other weird thing is like, maybe he got, I think he's kind of an insecure
secure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable and
dude. He's really nice, but I mean, his Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that
comfortable that I got screamed at me in front of the whole crew and say, you call yourself an actor, this is what I have to work.
Focus tested the best in focus groups. And I'm not sure that he's just
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have long been regarded as one of Hollywood's golden couples, projecting an image of charm, humor, and effortless success. However, in recent months, cracks have begun to show in this carefully curated facade. A growing number of celebrities are now coming forward with stories that paint a far less flattering picture of Reynolds and Lively, revealing allegations of toxic behavior, industry manipulation, and strained professional relationships. From former co-stars to directors, and even ex-partners, many insiders are speaking out against the couple, suggesting that their Hollywood success may not have been as wholesome as it seemed. Scarlett Johansson, who was once married to Reynolds, has hinted multiple times that jealousy and insecurity were major factors in their failed marriage. At the time, Johansson's career was taking off with massive Marvel roles, while Reynolds struggled to establish himself as a top-tier star. Johansson later admitted that she does not tolerate passive-aggressive jealousy and finds controlling behavior unattractive. Though she never explicitly named Reynolds, many believe her comments were directed at him, as their divorce was followed by his rapid relationship progression with Lively. One of the most vocal critics of Reynolds is his Deadpool co-star T.J. Miller, who has publicly stated that he would never work with Reynolds again, even for double the pay. According to Miller, Reynolds changed after Deadpool's massive success, becoming arrogant and condescending.
Secure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable.
I think after he got super famous from the first Deadpool, then
comfortable that I got screamed at me in front of the whole crew and say, you call yourself an actor, this is what I have to work.
Yeah, things kind of changed. I think he was like, you guys see, would I work with him again? No.
He described how Reynolds would deliberately make belittling comments on set, ensuring that Miller and everyone else knew exactly who the bigger star was. Miller's comments have fueled speculation that Reynolds' friendly, approachable public persona may be little more than an act, concealing a much more difficult personality behind the scenes. Tim Miller, the original director of Deadpool, also had a serious falling out with Reynolds. Though he was a key figure in bringing Deadpool to life, he walked away from the franchise due to ongoing creative clashes with Reynolds. Miller explained that Reynolds wanted total control over the film, and when the director pushed back, he was forced out. Miller later stated that he doesn't mind a debate, but if a project becomes a battle of egos, he'd rather walk away. Reynolds' growing influence over the Deadpool franchise meant that no one could challenge him, and Miller was left with no choice but to exit the project. Morena Baccarin, who played a significant role in the first Deadpool film, saw her screen time drastically reduced in the sequel. Fans were puzzled by her diminished role, and rumors soon began circulating that she had clashed with Reynolds. Whether it was a creative disagreement or something more personal remains unclear, but her exclusion from major promotional events for Deadpool 2 was hard to ignore. When Deadpool and Wolverine began production, Baccarin was completely absent from press tours and red carpet appearances. While some believe her character was simply written out of the story, others suspect that her strained relationship with Reynolds played a role in her removal from the franchise's public image. Jake Gyllenhaal and Reynolds were once close friends, frequently seen together in interviews and press tours while promoting their film life. Their chemistry was undeniable, but at some point, their friendship seemed to disappear overnight. Gyllenhaal has since avoided mentioning Reynolds altogether, fueling speculation that something happened behind the scenes to end their relationship. While neither actor has spoken publicly about the fallout, the noticeable distance between them has raised many eyebrows. Even Hollywood legend Quentin Tarantino has had some harsh words for Reynolds, dismissing him as a well-paid actor with zero quality projects. Tarantino made it clear that he would never work with Reynolds, arguing that his films, particularly those produced for streaming platforms, are forgettable and lack substance. Tarantino's criticism highlights a growing perception that Reynolds prioritizes marketability over artistic integrity, relying on his likable public image to carry films rather than delivering truly compelling performances. Reynolds' attempt to reboot Home Alone with a stoner-themed parody titled Stoned Alone was another career misstep that earned him backlash. Legendary Home Alone director Chris Columbus was reportedly furious about the project, calling it an insult.
I think after he got super famous from the first Deadpool, then yeah.
That I got screamed at me in front of the whole crew and say, you call yourself an actor, this is what I have to work.
Things kind of changed. I think he was like, see, you guys see, would I work with him again? No.
No.
Secure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable and uncomfortable.
To cinema and demanding that Reynolds scrap the idea entirely. Columbus made it clear that he saw Reynolds' take on the classic as a disrespectful cash grab rather than a genuine tribute. The project was ultimately abandoned, but it further fueled the narrative that Reynolds is more focused on capitalizing on nostalgia than creating meaningful content. Gerard Butler also made headlines when he was asked to compare his film Gamer to Reynolds' Free Guy. Butler's response was brutal. He simply stated, "I don't watch Ryan Reynolds movies." The remark wasn't just dismissive. It was a direct insult to Reynolds' career. It suggested that many in Hollywood don't take Reynolds seriously as an actor, viewing him as someone who plays it safe with commercial projects rather than pushing creative boundaries. But the backlash against Reynolds isn't just limited to Hollywood. Even reality TV stars have had negative experiences with him. When the cast of Jersey Shore was asked about the rudest celebrity they had ever met, Sammy Sweetheart, John Cola, and Dina Cortese quickly named Reynolds. Though they tried to soften the blow by insisting that they still love him, the fact that he was their first choice speaks volumes. Reynolds' reputation as the ultimate nice guy is starting to crack, with more and more people suggesting that his off-screen personality is far different from his public persona. Meanwhile, Blake Lively has been dealing with a separate controversy: her $400 million lawsuit with Justin Baldoni. The lawsuit, which began over a professional dispute regarding the film It Ends With Us, has since spiraled into one of Hollywood's messiest legal battles. Baldoni fired back at Lively with accusations of defamation, extortion, and a deliberate attempt to hijack his project. As the case unfolds, it's becoming increasingly clear that Lively's role in the lawsuit isn't as innocent as she initially portrayed. The fallout from the lawsuit has further damaged the Reynolds-Lively brand, as many are now questioning whether the couple's picture-perfect image has been carefully orchestrated. While they continue to project an aura of playful romance and self-deprecating humor on social media, the growing list of accusations against them suggests that they may have been hiding a much darker side all along. Reynolds and Lively's power as a Hollywood couple has shielded them from major scandals for years, but the tide may finally be turning. As more co-stars, directors, and industry figures come forward with stories about their behavior, the public is starting to see them in a new light. What was once considered one of the most beloved couples in entertainment is now under intense scrutiny, and it remains to be seen whether their careers will weather the storm. With so many voices now speaking out against them, the question is, how much longer can Reynolds and Lively maintain their Hollywood fairy tale? The cracks in their image are becoming impossible to ignore, and as the truth continues to emerge, their days of being Hollywood's golden couple may be coming to an end.